Hey guys, what's going on? This is Riley with Unique Events. This, of course, is the Ask Unique Events show. Thank you guys very much for watching. Again, I cannot say it enough. We really appreciate it. I think this provides a lot of pure, honest, passionate content when it comes to anybody planning a wedding or even thinking about planning a wedding. We are really excited with this specific episode because we have two individuals here that are absolutely fantastic and will give you a lot of knowledge. And how fashion forward are these two ladies, by the way? How good do they look? So thank you two both for being on. I appreciate it.
Of course.
This is Jen Madigan with Jen Madigan Photography, owner, founder, and of course Holly Richter with owner, founder of Tru Salon. Yes. Talking a little bit about from a style point of view, from hair, and then of course photography. I guess maybe from the outside looking in, explain what and why style and photography, why they go hand in hand, why they're synonymous with each other.
Well, I think that one of the most important things with style is that the bride is going to look and feel their best. And that's absolutely what the photographer is going to want, and it's going to make their job a lot easier because when a bride looks and feels their best, they're going to be exuding confidence. And that's exactly what a photographer wants to see so that they can really capture all the emotion that day.
All right, so Holly, I guess starting off with a customer, a new customer, and they have their wedding date set and they're looking for somebody that they can trust with their hair, which is an incredibly important thing, obviously speaking. Yes. How does that journey start with you specifically?
Well, whenever a bride comes to us, it's really important that we do a trial run for makeup and for hair, because as you said, it's so important that the bride is going to trust their hair artist and they're going to trust their makeup artist. So with a trial, we can try as many looks as the bride wants to ensure that the day of they're not going to have any worries. They can just sit back, relax, and enjoy their mimosa.
Right, yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's always a good thing. Alcohol, when alcohol is included in any part of the wedding planning process, I think that takes the stress and alleviates a lot of that defense mechanism that some individuals tend to have. And I think, again, it's all about that connection. Wedding planning does not have to be stressful. Again, it's all about that connection with your vendor. And once you have that initial connection, and I think first impressions are absolutely everything, when you move on to hiring a photographer, and there's no specific order, I think, where a customer should, book your venue first, then get your dress and get your this. I think it's all over the place now with all of these options that you have as a consumer, from social media to reviews, all these different things that will be a catalyst to get the ball rolling. I guess when somebody seeks out Jen Madigan and looking at your website, what are some aspects that you're trying to showcase within your website? What are some things that you think a potential customer will take away from that?
So one of the main things that I try to get across with my website and just my business, my blog, and during the consult is how much trusting your photographer plays into having amazing photos. You could have the most expensive photographer, but if you don't feel a connection with them, if they don't have your trust, then they're not going to get the images that they're showing you on their website. Like all of those, images they've chosen for a reason. And for me, I love taking really candid images and trying to get a client to really open up to me so I can get that emotion and that really feeling of the wedding day. So when you look back on your images 10 years down the road, it brings all that back to you, but also that a stranger could look at them and feel something. Right. That's kind of my goal with my website that I'm trying to get across. It's what I attempt to do with every shoot. Right. And I also want people to know when they hire me that the clients that I choose, I take a very small number of weddings, and I want it to be a good fit. I want it to be that they like me and I like them, and it all works together for the best images possible. And I truly do care about my clients as friends, and I have made so many friends because of it. So I think having that personal connection, for me at least, is very important. Right. So that's kind of what I try to.
Yeah, that's a huge benefit, I think, with even what both of you do, because if somebody comes to you to help with their wedding and their hairstyle, and you do a great job, obviously they're going to come back and you start to solidify that relationship. And another really important aspect to these videos and why we bring guests on is that we want customers to know that we work together. We genuinely work together, and I think when a customer knows that and they realize that, they can just take a deep breath and relax. What's some advice that you guys would have for the dudes prepping for their wedding? I'm sure they hear it probably from their future wife nonstop as far as you got to get a haircut, so some of the obvious things they need to do. But what are some things that, number one, you encourage and what you encourage to get some of the best outcomes for pictures?
So first of all, I think it just depends if the groom is going to want to go for a new look or not. If they're not going for a new look, they can just stick to their normal routine, get a haircut a few days before the wedding. If a groom is being encouraged, we'll say, by the bride to try something new, I mean, let's face it, it's usually up to the bride.
Right.
Then I would recommend, honestly, seeing someone at least 6 months in advance. And I know that may seem like a long time, but believe it or not, it's a lot harder for men to try something new than it is for women.
Sure.
And just like we want the bride to look and feel their best, it's really important that the groom is going to feel comfortable and confident.
Absolutely.
So I would say 6 months at least to come up with a plan with your stylist, wear it for a while, make sure he can feel confident the day of.
That's great advice.
In terms of photography, I think just owning your look, but taking it, up a notch by making sure you're freshly groomed. So, for example, if you are rocking a long beard, good for you. Like, don't change, don't necessarily change it just because your mom or your, is like, well, it seems like so much hair,
Honey, trim your beard.
So, but just make sure it's a groomed version of what you normally do, so that it looks polished, and I think it'll translate in confidence, and also the photos are just going to be that much better. I just think making sure that whatever your look is, just making sure it's as trimmed and groomed as possible, and then you're set.
Lastly, where can people find you?
Well, Tru Salon. Our website is tru-salon.com. You can also check us out on Facebook. Instagram is
all the obvious places, right?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Jen, what about you?
My website is jenmadigan.com, and my phone number and all my information is on there. Also, I'm on Facebook and Instagram as Jen Madigan Photography.
Cool. I would highly recommend checking out both of these businesses. They have great websites, they've got great social media content, they have a lot of knowledge. We've talked a lot before the camera started rolling, and you can tell these two. I'm all about passion. Anybody that knows me, anybody that meets with me, a current customer or potential customer or past customer, this is what we do. And I think birds of a feather flock together as far as that goes. So knowing Jen very well, knowing Holly, it's very transparent that you guys care about what you're doing, and that's so important when somebody is investing a significant amount of money into the wedding. You want to get a positive return out of that. So thank you two very much for joining me and us. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
Awesome.
Yeah,
and thank
you.
you guys for watching. We would be nothing without the viewers, right? So like it, share it, do whatever you need to do with this thing. Just watch it 1,000 times, write down, make notes. There's so much content. Watch our past videos. We're going to keep chugging along and keep making these for you. And if you have any other topics you want us to talk about, we can definitely do that. So thanks again. Enjoy the beautiful weather that's upon us. And again, thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Bye.